Welcome to the historic Inner Harbor of Baltimore, Maryland. Just a stone's throw away, you find M&T Bank Stadium, the home of the Ravens. The first of three on this fine Sunday. It is Super Wild Card Weekend, and off we go on EA Sports. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Here's Lamar. He'll keep it on the zone read. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line.
I think this is something we're going to continue to see today, Mike, as this game goes along. They're going to make the defense make a decision. Do you want to account for the running back, or do you want to account for the quarterback? In this case, they choose the running back, and the quarterback makes them pay by picking up the first down.
A pass taken in by Johnson. And they'll get about half what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground, will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. That one to the sideline and incomplete, and a penalty flag now comes in late. Maybe no receiver in the area on that one. They'll motion over Flowers. Look wide, get this one complete. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. Taking off, he'll try to get there. And he's out of bounds, but not until he gets inside the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 28 as they convert on 3rd down. Jackson fires complete to Flowers. And he'll be taken down.
And it doesn't really matter who you put on him, Mike. When you want to play one-on-one man coverage against a receiver like this, there's not a whole lot else you can do. It's hard to put help over the top because the ball's being thrown out by the sidelines. I like playing in and out. I like playing zones. Somebody underneath, somebody over the top. Share the responsibility. But that's not what they're doing. That's straight man coverage. Quarterback sees the matchup. There's no question where the ball's going to go.
A short game, down to the 7. Second and goal. On the zone read, here's Johnson. Not a lot of room to work there. Well played by the defense. And they set themselves up for 3rd and goal. Throwing Jackson. It is brought in the end zone. Touchdown, Ravens. Now Justin Tucker for the point after. He knocks it through. And the Ravens will jump out to a 7-0 lead here on Super Wild Card Weekend. Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's a touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They'll run with the former 7th-round draft pick, Isaiah Pacheco.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. A short one here, caught by McBride. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
He's got his man. He finds Worthy. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. First grab of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He picks up the 1st down with that one. Now Mahomes gives it to Pacheco. A hit, and he has lost the football. And this is taken in by the defense.
And as you can see with that fumble, Mike, it really just goes back to the fundamentals of how they're taught to carry the ball. And they talk about the points of pressure. And the biggest thing really, Mike, is you want the front tip of the ball, the part where your fingers cover, to always be higher than the back tip of the ball. So often you see that front tip go down, and it makes it so much easier for that defender to kind of rake it out. So you want pressure against the outside of the ball, both tips, the inside of the ball, and then keep that front point up. They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Jackson. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
He decides to go with the safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
Two incompletions to start the drive, and it leads to 3rd down and 10.
Middle.
Jackson now. And that is incomplete. Searching for his Pro Bowl tight end Mark Andrews that time. And that's going to lead to a 4th down. Ravens bring their punt team out. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. McBride is the motion man. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
Even though it doesn't result in a sack, when you dial up the right pressure at the right time, Mike, sometimes that's all it takes to lead to that incompletion. The timing is just a little off between the quarterback and his intended target, and the ball falls incomplete.
That's caught downfield by McBride. And they're going to have this all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
Hey, 43, 15.
One of the tight ends in motion right. First and 10 for Mahomes. Got his man at the 6. He is in. Touchdown, Kansas City.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back. Even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan, everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Off the play fake, Jackson. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play in this opening quarter. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. A give, and here's Johnson. And he's near the first down, stopped a little short of the 40. They'll empty out the backfield as they come up for 3rd and a yard. A design run here with Jackson. He will have a Ravens first down. At least it would appear that way. Didn't get it by much, but yes, they do give him the conversion on 3rd and 1.
Sometimes, Mike, the best plan is also the simplest plan. And for this team, just snap the ball to your quarterback. Find some daylight and go get that first down himself.
So the challenge is unsuccessful, and he's going to have to be careful here because he has just one challenge for the remainder of the game. On the give, it's Johnson. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Another run here with Johnson. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up
Third and short, Jackson. And that is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
Here's 1st and 10. McBride is the motion man. First down throw, Mahomes. Open man, that's Bateman downfield. And he's taken down up past the 35.
Doing a nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
Call it a gain of 13. Good for a Chiefs first down.
And what a start to this drive. A little bit of everything. First, you get the explosive pass to start it out, and then you follow it up on the ground, picking up good yardage. The ability to weave back and forth as a play caller, it just puts so much pressure on the defense.
And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Starting to see a back right now, Mike, that's finding his way with this defense. Back-to-back big gains. Have to see, do they just continue to ride the hot hand, or do they start putting the ball in the air?
Here's Patrick. He'll throw it on first down. This one complete to Bateman. And he will get into the end zone. Rashad Bateman. Touchdown, Chiefs. Jason Sanders on for the point after. He's got it. And the Chiefs will move out to a 14-7 lead. After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. On 1st and 10, Jackson. Flowers with the catch. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
A first down throw for Jackson. Thrown left side, the catch is made. He's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
Quarterback and the receiver, they're going to get the stats, right, Mike? They're going to get the completion. They're going to get the reception. But I want to talk about the guys up front. When you allow your quarterback to hold the ball this long, I don't care who they are on defense. You just can't guard people for this amount of time.
A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Now it's Jackson. This throw right is taken in by Flowers. And he's going to have the first down as he gets out of bounds, and he stopped the clock as well.
DC ready. Ready, shot. Report. Yeah.
Jackson up top again. A great job of knowing when to go. He gets 17 yards on that run and a first down.
The defense is going to have to come up with a plan for this quarterback using his legs, Mike, or it's going to be a long day. They knew coming in he was a threat, but I'm not sure they thought he would be this effective this early.
Jackson now to throw on first down. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Jackson looking to throw. Adds to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
Here's a 3rd down and 4.
Hey, middle. Ready, shot. Set up.
To throw is Jackson. That's in the end zone and intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to have it here as they'll start from their own 7.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. So we are at halftime here in the AFC wildcard matchup as we'll head down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out on top in this second half. Coming up, one team advances, one team's season ends here. Second half underway in the AFC wildcard game. And that one will not be returned over the back line of the end zone, so the offense will get the ball at a decent spot, the 30-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. On play action, it's Mahomes. Got a man open downfield on the crossing route. And a big strike for good yardage there all the way up to midfield. On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And he'll get back to midfield, so no gain on that one.
Running back looked a little unsure of himself on that carry there, Mike. You have to think back to that fumble earlier in the game. How much is that still weighing on his mind? He didn't really seem to attack that hole like we've seen in the past. He gets stopped for no gain.
That's complete left side to Worthy. A pickup there of 13. First down, KC.
Every quarterback's dream is, can I get the ball out of my hand as fast as possible and get it to a guy that can do the rest after the catch? And it seems like nowadays, throughout the entire league, the best offenses thrive in yards after the catch.
And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
This is where you have to be careful, Mike. You find yourself winning in the second half. Human instinct says, all right, let's just sit on the ball and protect the lead and let the clock run out. You can't do that. Stay aggressive. Do what got you here. Continue to mix the run with the pass. Keep your foot on the gas and try to extend this lead.
Here's 2nd and 9. Mahomes. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. L'Jarius Sneed, tight coverage as he gets in the way of that one.
You just can't say enough about how hard it is to play cornerback in today's modern NFL, Mike. I mean, not only are these wide receivers better than ever, but the way the rules are written, you're really out there on an island with not a lot of options. Your technique has to be perfect. Your timing has to be perfect. It's exactly what we saw here, and he makes a great play on the ball.
Mahomes going to throw here on 3rd down. Open man is Bateman. He's got him. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Here's Pacheco. A 2nd effort, and he is in. Isaiah Pacheco. Touchdown, KC. The extra point by Sanders is good. And the Chiefs will take a 21-7 lead. After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. This taken at the 5. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. First and 10. Throwing Jackson. That one intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
I think anytime you find yourself trailing in the 2nd half, Mike, all offensive play callers fight the urge to chase those points. They tend to get a little bit overeager. They tend to push the envelope sometimes a little too far. Those turnovers, they only make the deficit grow, not shrink. Now, there's a lot of football left, Mike. They can still get back into this. They just have to be a little bit smarter about which risks you're willing to take. Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the game to nothing.
And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
On 3rd down, Mahomes. Right side, catch made by Dobbs. His first catch of the wild card game, and good for a 1st down.
It's pretty evident, Mike, when a quarterback and his wide receiver are operating on the exact same page. The anticipation, the timing, the accuracy of both the route and the ball. And when they're working together like this, that's the definition of teach tape.
And not much there. Down to about the 13. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. He'll stay on the ground and stay with Pacheco. And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards. And that leads to third down. A run up the middle with Pacheco. And the Chiefs are going to have a first and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Wow, a little change of play call here, and that's typically not what we see at this down and distance. That's typically a passing down, Mike, but they catch the defense off guard, keep the ball on the ground, and they're able to pick up enough for the first down.
2 yards from 6 points. It is first down and goal. They'll run with Pacheco. And he's going to be stopped just short of the goal line. Couldn't reach that ball across, setting up second and goal. From a little closer, here's second and goal. With the fullback trying to power it home. He slams it in there, and he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Sanders here for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Chiefs will extend this third quarter lead. After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. From the gun, Jackson. And that is incomplete. Zay Flowers, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up second down.
We see this offense just continue to search for a spark. It's just this entire game, their execution's just been a little bit off, and now here in the second half, they find themselves down by multiple scores. They're going to have to connect on 1 or 2 of these big plays if they want to find themselves back in this one.
Second down, Jackson. He's going to tuck it and go.
That's a smart play. Second down, don't force it if it's not there. He's able to tuck it, pick up some extra yards, and set up a more manageable third down.
They'll look to pick this up, third and a yard. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. He's got his man, complete to Wilson. His first catch of the wild card game, and good for a first down.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
Whoop. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Back to throw, Jackson. And that time, the pressure too much. He'll go down. Daniil Hunter, pass rusher extraordinaire, in action again. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. A throw, left side, caught by Andrews.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest.
To the goal line and in. Johnny Wilson. Touchdown, Baltimore. Tucker for the point after. The kick is good. And the Ravens are able to edge a bit closer. Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's second down. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. Mahomes looking to throw on second down. That is caught down the field. It's worthy. They get 25 on that connection. And the Chiefs have a first down.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the fourth quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. You don't want to risk an incompletion. Now, they convert. They're able to secure the catch and pick up a fresh set of downs. That's going to enable them to continue to burn more clock. And without a stop, their opponent's not going to get the ball back.
Second and 7. Off the play fake, here's Mahomes. A dive and a catch. Incredible. That's 2 catches on this drive. This one for 23 yards.
And his great game continues. And all game long, Mike, he's really been on the receiving end of a lot of big plays. But I think we might have just seen his best one yet.
Set to go now on first and 10. Here's carry number 1 for the former Bulldog, Zamir White. And he's into the end zone. Zamir White, touchdown Chiefs. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
Now Sanders on for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Chiefs will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Now, Jackson. A pass taken in by Johnson. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Toward the middle of the field that time, but incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
And open downfield, it's Johnson. And they're going to get this ball down to the 20-yard line.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Jackson. And he's in. Johnny Wilson. Touchdown, Ravens. He is shining in this postseason spotlight. That's his 2nd touchdown of the game.
Ravens will line up.
To the air one more time with Jackson. That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by Trent McDuffie.
That decision to go for 2 was made up from the very beginning. The moment they scored, you could see the head coach. He's signaling, we're going for 2. The touchdown was obviously a disappointing outcome defensively, but to able to get that stop, they can at least come off the field and catch their breath.
The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
Late in the game, this is where you see teams really start taking some chances. And boy, this was a big one, but it's not going to work out.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10.
Yellow.
A handoff to Pacheco. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, like, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the 4th quarter, which typically means I had to lead? That's the sign of a successful run game, as opposed to getting a lot of meaningless yards early in the game.
Once again, it's Pacheco. Pacheco, 1st down and more. The speed on display. He's in. Isaiah Pacheco. Touchdown, KC. He is shining in this postseason spotlight. That's his 2nd touchdown of the game.
Makes the score. Chiefs 42. Ravens 20.
After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
13. Sit on. What? No, we changed it.
A 1st down throw for Jackson. That's over the middle to the tight end, Andrews. And they will bring this into the red zone. Big connection inside the 20.
Hey, report.
It's a gain of 50
Jackson.
yards.
And he will score. Lamar Jackson. Touchdown, Baltimore. The offense will stay out there as they will line up and go for 2. That is incomplete. And the 2-point conversion is unsuccessful. This one not quite over, but down a couple of scores. We're going to get an onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
Well, we knew, Mike, this was going to take a miracle. All they needed to do was recover this, score, recover another one, score again. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen, and this game's all but over.
The defense still has 3 timeouts. We'll see if they decide to use them here as the offense starts taking a knee. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. The defense can stop it twice more as the kneel down comes. Now a timeout here by Baltimore. That's going to be their 2nd. Talk things over before 3rd down. Jason Sanders on to try the field goal. This one from 54 yards out. Sanders' kick is good. And the Chiefs will add to their lead here in the 4th quarter.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. He'll air it out deep for Wilson. That is hard. And he's going to take this one all the way. 70 yards. Touchdown, Baltimore. Saving his best for the playoffs. His 3rd touchdown of the game. They'll drop to throw. That's pulled in. And they're able to tack on the 2-point conversion. This one not quite over, but down a couple of scores. We're going to get an onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
That's a big risk in this situation here, Mike. They're hoping to catch him by surprise, but now when you fail, the other team is able to not only have a short field, they got a chance to extend their lead.
Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. So it's a win for the visiting Chiefs as they are moving on. They got into the playoffs as a wild card. They get the win away from home in the opening round. Now they'll regroup and get ready for the divisional round next weekend. And that'll do it for my partner.